Today we're going to talk about how to get people to buy from you more quickly. We'll teach you that with a small business assessment and planning framework. Before we actually get things going, let me just share with you that I've got a really special offer to share with you at the end of the event. So we are live. We're actually doing this live on Zoom, and we're live on Facebook as well. And the plan is to post this video up on Zoom, of course, and on our website and on YouTube and on Facebook. So I'm really glad that you're here. And without any further delay, well, actually one quick delay, I've got an amazing offer for you. At the end, I'll be taking your questions live, so be sure that you're using the Q&A box down at the bottom of the screen if you're watching on Zoom. If you're watching on Facebook Live, go ahead and throw comments in there. I'll be taking a look at the comments as they come in and responding to them toward the end of this session. But the deal I have for you at the end will be for you to try some marketing automation free for the first month. And then after that, it's $99 a month, which is $160 a month less than you would pay otherwise. So it's really cool. I hope you'll stick around. I hope you'll answer the polls that I will be running if you're on Zoom. You won't see them on Facebook. But I am watching the chats in both Facebook and on Zoom. And so I hope you'll participate. I know you'll get a lot out of this thing. So let's get things going, okay? My name's Ken Countess. It's really great to meet you. You know, I've been married for over 30 years to an amazing woman. We've got 3 amazing sons. I'm a former senior executive at 3 Fortune 100 companies. And for the past 18 years, I've been helping businesses of all sizes grow with digital marketing. I mentioned my name, it's Ken Countess. Those 3 Fortune 100 companies are names you probably recognize. They include Motorola. I was there for over 20 years. Marriott, a company that's now owned by CVS, that's Caremark. I've also been a senior partner at Ascend Marketing, a pretty big digital marketing firm that's based in Dallas, Texas. And I've also worked for a company that's now part of Honeywell, that's Datamax O'Neill. Today, I manage the Countess Group. We help you gain an unfair advantage over your competition. We're certified partners of Keep and Microsoft and Constant Contact. We are a full-service marketing consultancy. We can help you with just about anything you need to help you market your business effectively. Whether it's strategic marketing and communications, executive coaching and workshops for you and your team, maybe you need help with email marketing or social media or websites, just about anything you need to grow your business. We help businesses and nonprofits just like yours gain an unfair advantage over your competition with targeted marketing. We show you what to do and how to do it. Clients we've served over the last 18 years or so include names like Verizon and Marriott, the University of Central Florida Regional Extension Center, and others. Hundreds of other businesses and nonprofits, probably just like yours. I encourage you, if you haven't already done so, connect with me on Facebook. It's facebook.com/The Countess Group. Really connect with me. LinkedIn.com/in/Ken Countess. On both of those platforms, there are over 5,000 people following me, and we're constantly posting useful marketing tips for you to help you grow your business. So on that note, what is it you want to improve about your business? You probably say, well, I want it to help me make more money. So here's what I'm going to teach you over the next half hour or so. Smart next steps for success so you can make more money. Are you ready? Let's get started. But first, I have a short video I'd like to show you to kind of set the stage for what we'll be talking about during the rest of this session.
Hey, checking in. How's your business going?
Yeah, Tom, I have with me right here
Hey, the kids want to know when you'll be home.
I'm really sorry.
Hey, listen, maybe owning a business is too much to handle right now.
You gave up a steady paycheck to chase this dream. Maybe it's not worth it.
Do you have any idea how hard it is these days to find new clients?
What do you know about managing people?
It's great you took the risk, but it's time to admit it's not working.
I know you're passionate about this. I know you gave it your best shot. But maybe it's time. Maybe it's time.
Maybe it's time to get a real job.
You know, no matter what stage of business you're in, whether you're just starting out or you've been in business for a long time or somewhere in between, this is something that we can all relate to, isn't it? Being in business can be pretty challenging. So what I'm going to do with you today is talk about something called the Small Business Assessment. We're going to teach you ways that you can overcome some of the hurdles that we all experience. I'll show you how to perform a small business assessment and then how to use the small business assessment to begin to plan smart next steps for success. There's a fillable PDF that you can download. You can go to the URL bit.ly/tcg-keep-small-business-assessment. This is a great tool that you can use either now during this session or sometime afterward, but I do encourage you to download it and put it to work for you. So what is the purpose of the small business assessment anyway? Well, hey, I often hear the question when I do workshops. They say, you know, I have an awesome product or service, but why don't more people buy it? Well, the short answer is without a clear message to a well-defined audience, it's really hard for buyers to feel compelled to actually need your solution. I also hear the question, well, hey, this automation stuff I hear about, it's really powerful, but where do I even start? Well, by prioritizing strategies and tactics which are closest to cash, sometimes we call them low-hanging fruit, you greatly increase your potential for success. So what you're going to see is the result of a large project that was undertaken by Keep. Keep used to be known as Infusionsoft. And during Keep's work on this project, the first and most critical step was looking at businesses through the same lens as the business's customers. But not just any customer, it needs to be the ideal customer. So if this was off, it would cause them to continue the same patterns that were frustrating them. So here's the why behind all of this. When starting a business, it's common for a market segment to be defined, but also somewhat vague. After all, a new business needs customers, and you'll serve as many as you can as long as they pay you, right? But when you have the perfect customer, the experience can look something like this, a nice, flowing, step-by-step process. But when they aren't perfect, it can sometimes feel a little more like this. There are some common symptoms you may be experiencing if you're working with too many imperfect leads and prospects and customers. Maybe low conversion percentages. You wind up spinning your wheels a lot. You get frustrated customers. You'll get clients that just take up too much time. You might wind up getting poor social ratings. The customer acquisition cost, or CAC, starts to escalate. And then you wind up with a lower customer lifetime value, or LTV. All in all, you wind up being a fed-up business owner. And that's no good. Both for your customer and you, it's utterly frustrating. These issues are the result of being too close to your business. That causes you to be unintentionally out of alignment with your ideal customer and out of alignment with where to focus in your business. So our objective today is to answer questions, minimize frustrations, and create a consistent alignment in your business through the small business assessment. It's a 5-phase process. I'm on page 1 of the handout, by the way, that's labeled Small Business Success Method. And this is the section we'll focus on. It is the assessment. So my question for you is, what aspirations or pains are keeping you up at night? This is on page 3 of the handout. It's labeled Sales and Marketing Assessment. And this could be what most of your customers buy, your core product offering. Or maybe it's the thing you're trying to guide a bulk of them to. Take a moment and write that down. What is your core product offering? Next, what is your market segment? Now, this could be what most of your customers buy, or even the thing you're trying to guide a bulk of them to. Go ahead and take a minute and write that down. Your market segment. So the question then is, what is a market segment and how is it different from a target market? So let me go ahead and answer that question. A target market is a group of consumers or businesses with shared characteristics and demographics, or firmographics. So some examples of that may be age, gender, industry, income or revenue, business size, and location. A market segment, on the other hand, is a group of consumers or businesses within a target market with shared pain points or aspirations. So some examples of a market segment may be people with limited time, people working too many hours, businesses with inconsistent cash flow, maybe low conversion rates, feeling overwhelmed or frustrated or stressed as a result. Now, let's take a look at your ideal customer. This is the customer most likely to buy your core offering. This isn't necessarily the only customer you'll work with, but it's the one you'll want to make sure never misses you. And if you're like most businesses, defining your ideal customer can be challenging. So now I'm going to go through an exercise with you that should help simplify the process and provide greater clarity around your target market segment. Create an image in your mind of who your ideal customer might be. Your ideal customer is someone who understands the value of your product or service without much convincing. They also require less time and energy than other customers to be happy. They produce more profit when they buy and over their lifetime as a customer. They refer business to you and you enjoy working with them. So that's what your ideal customer may look like. They come in many shapes and sizes, but those are the characteristics of an ideal customer. They get it. They take less time and energy than other customers to be happy. They produce more profit when they buy and over their lifetime as a customer. They refer business to you, and you enjoy working with them. Sound great, right? So it's important to evaluate and understand the characteristics and demographics of your ideal customer. But above all else, you need to know their story. What are their dreams? What keeps them up at night? What things in their life are difficult or painful? How do they get there? And what does their future look like, both with and without your solution? The answers to these questions will help you to more effectively communicate your value as it relates to the real-life story of your target audience, and ultimately, what drives their decision-making. And now let's talk about your value proposition. And by the way, this is also known as a selling proposition. Right now I'm on page 4 of the handout. It's labeled Sales and Marketing Assessment. So here's my next question for you. It's also known as your selling proposition. Why you? What do you offer that others don't? By working with you, what will your customers achieve? And by working with you, what will your customers avoid? This is the value that you bring to your client or customer. And using this information will help you begin to create a story that's shared by your ideal customers that will not only attract them to your business, but position you as the guide to help them avoid danger. Remember, we can attract every ship at sea here, but what we want to make sure of is that when that ideal customer is passing by, our lighthouse is hitting them right between the eyes. Now, let's translate and organize the sales and marketing efforts for your core product offering into the life cycle marketing framework to identify future plans, gaps, and opportunities to grow sales or to save time, or both. Focus on one core product and one market segment to allow you to soft launch a tactic that addresses any gaps or gets you closer to future plans. So now let's move on to page 5 of the handout. Here we want to talk about gathering leads, engaging those leads, selling to them, and then it's to deliver and wow. After this session, by the way, fill out page 6 for your current state and future state. So in the current state, how does your target customer find you? Where do you get leads from? Once you have a lead, how do you store their information? What's the size of your contact list? And how often are you contacting them via email? In the future state, we think about lead magnets, providing them with free reports and papers, free gifts, and so on. That's a way for you to have your target customer find you with these lead magnets. We want to focus on away or avoid language. We want to capture their lead information, and then we want to be able to trigger a follow-up that they do to engage with you. So how many leads of your target customer are you actually generating per month? How many of them close quickly? And what, if anything, do you offer potential customers before they buy? Such as a consultation, maybe a free quote, a free gift, or a report. You get the idea. If you're not generating enough leads, let's identify some gaps and opportunities. How many of those are closing quickly? Maybe you're asking for the sale immediately compared to a progressive follow-up strategy. Your initial communication should build value and trust. And did you know that typically, for most types of businesses, the follow-up requires 7 to 9 touch points? Let me ask you this. Today, how do your customers pay for your core product offering? How much income is generated by this core product offering? And take a look at last year's revenues. What were they? In our future state, we want to use sales automation and quote tracking opportunities. Let's use automation to keep track of everything going on. Maybe we can use e-commerce for one-time and recurring payments and upsells. And what, if anything, can you upsell when you're selling your core product? How do you generate referrals from your current customer base? How do you know if your paying customers are satisfied? And how do you know how to improve? And then how do you stay in touch with your customers after they pay you? If you're not doing anything now, let's think about a future state. Let's ask for referrals and incentivize happy customers. Let's ask our customers for feedback. Remember, we want to get to a stage where we are wowing our customers. And one of the great ways to do that is simply by asking for their feedback. And then offer upsells and the ability to buy again easily. Let's remove the friction that may currently exist, preventing people from doing more business with you. So you may be saying, wow, that all sounds great, Ken, but where do I start? Remember, I presented to you this perfect customer life cycle. In this customer life cycle, where do people start? Well, generating new traffic, right? That seems to be the logical first place to start. And left to right, as the king or queen intended, right? Well, now I'm on page 7 of the handout that's labeled Priority Path. Too often, businesses follow that totally understandable logic, but they end up spending a bunch of money putting costly leads into a non-existent or maybe even broken customer experience. So here's a tip for you. Start closest to cash and fastest potential return. So really, that first step ought to be to re-engage unconverted leads or do more business with your existing customers. This is the better workflow for you. Re-engaging your existing list. Capture leads from traffic. And then to systematize your sales conversion. And once you've converted them to customers, now it's time to deliver a stellar, a wow customer experience. And when you've done that, ask those happy customers for referrals. And then upsell to your existing customers. Make it easy to purchase from you. Remove that friction. Nurture your prospects and your clients and generate new traffic, just like this. Okay, so now you've got your head wrapped around what you need to do next, but how do you do that? Well, you go through that powerful process of the small business assessment. And step 1 is to do an assessment. And then we move on to step 2, which is planning. So let me quickly go through that with you now. We've got strategy and tactics and assets and content and tools and skills and ownership and timeline. Wow, that sounds like a bunch of scammy jargon, doesn't it? Well, don't be afraid. I'm going to break it all down for you so you can actually make use of these things. They may sound like a bunch of words, but let me define them for you. First is strategy. That represents what you want to accomplish. Tactics represent how you'll accomplish the strategy. Assets are how that tactic will be accomplished or experienced. Content represents all the copy and graphics and videos and forms and so on that are needed to build the assets. Tools are the mechanisms, the software, the service, the equipment, and so on, that you'll use to generate or operate or deliver each asset or content piece. Skills are the skills required to create the content, use the tools, or build the assets. The owner is who is responsible for each step of the process, the skills, the tools, the content, and the assets. And the timeline is when the content or assets will be completed by. Okay? All right, now let's go through a planning framework example. The first is to create that strategy. And next we want to go through the tactics. So for instance, it might be paid Facebook ads with a free checklist offer. And those Facebook ads may take this form, where asset number one that we create is a Facebook ad. Number two is a landing page, so that when someone clicks on the ad, they go to a landing page. Asset number three is a thank you page. So when they go to the landing page and fill it out and hit submit, they get presented with a thank you. Asset number four is an email. Asset number five, a second email. Asset number six, a third email. And then we have the checklist asset. Next, we need the copy, the graphics, the web forms, and the call to action. The T, if you recall, those are the tools. Facebook ads, the ads manager in this case, Canva to help us create the graphics, Microsoft Word. We would use Keep to manage everything about the process. We'd use WordPress to create a landing page or a thank you page. We could actually use Keep for that as well. So you get the idea. The S is we've got the Facebook ads and the Infusionsoft or Keep landing page, a WordPress backend, and so on. Who owns the process? In this case, maybe it's Christina or Michael, who are actually responsible for the graphics and the copy and so on. And then lastly, the timeline. When do we need all of this stuff done? So it looks complicated. However, when you lay it all out and you identify what needs to be done, the assets that have to be created, who's responsible for each of these things, what tools are required, and so on, it actually breaks down and makes it pretty easy. We put it in bite-sized pieces, and these are the smart next steps for success. So if you'd like to download the planning framework template, you could use it at bit.ly/keepsbplan. Once again, bit.ly/keepsbplan. Make sure you pay attention to the capital letters, okay? Hey, let us help you succeed. We want to help you get people to buy from you more quickly so you can make more money. And one of those ways to make more money is by automating your processes. Watch this 2-minute video about Keep, an all-in-one automation tool.
Welcome to Keep. Keep is an all-in-one CRM, sales, and marketing automation software designed for growing businesses. We'll show you how Keep organizes all your info, helps you always follow up, close more leads, automate your daily work, gets you paid, and allows you to impress your clients. Seriously, all that in one platform. Say you need to quickly connect with a client, but you're struggling to find their contact information. With Keep, all of your client info is at your fingertips in one place, synced with your apps and email inbox so you never miss an opportunity to get a lead. Keep makes it easy to take the right next action for every lead. Your team and work is growing, and important things start falling through the cracks, leading to lost business. Stop missing details and close more leads with our scalable sales process. You can track leads all in one place with our powerful Keep pipeline. Customize the stages of your sales cycle to correspond with the way you do business and move leads along the visual dashboard. Let's say you want to easily send emails and create tasks once a lead is moved from one stage to another. You can do that with pipeline automation. You're trying to set up a meeting with a client and going through the pain of email to find a time that works for everyone involved. Set your schedule in Keep. Your clients can simply see when you're free and easily book and accept appointments with you. You are manually sending the same emails over and over again. Using our powerful campaign builder to automatically capture and email new leads, assign tasks, and send emails that nurture leads into paying clients. Create any kind of automation you want to fit your process and needs, making Keep the most powerful tool on the market for CRM. Say you want to automate a consultation request with leads. With Campaign Builder, you can set up sequences to trigger events, such as when a lead clicks on an email link. Your time is valuable. Let Keep do the hard work and help you grow your business. We see how you spend hours of tedious, awkward bill collecting. No one wants to do that. Keep gets you paid faster with online invoices, payment reminders, and automatic recurring payments. Can't remember who you need to send an invoice to? We'll tell you. See who is opened, viewed, and paid your invoices. Create and send invoices straight to clients within minutes. Keep is here to make you and your business efficient, productive, and successful.
So you can sign up for a free trial of Keep at bit.ly/trykeep. My name's Ken Countess. I'm Managing Director of the Countess Group. We help you gain an unfair advantage over your competition with targeted marketing campaigns that really work. We're Keep certified partners also with Constant Contact, Microsoft, and other companies. Hey, thanks for attending. We help businesses like yours gain an unfair advantage over your competition with targeted marketing. If you like this class, sign up for more classes at www.thecountessgroup.com. And here is our contact info. You can find us all over the web, and you can also listen to our podcast. There are over 60 episodes up there already at marketyourbusiness.co/podcast. Check out our YouTube channel as well with over 90 videos there. Hey, thanks for joining me today. And so we do have time for some questions. So let's go ahead and get those answered for you. And so we are live, by the way. Hey, how you doing? For those of you who are watching on Facebook, awesome. We have this going live on Zoom, and it's live on Facebook. But on Facebook, there's a 40-second delay. So for those of you who are watching on Facebook Live, you may or may not know that that's what Facebook does. They do delay it by about 40 seconds. So you learned a little bit about Keep. You learned a little bit about automation, quite a bit that we offered you. Let me also throw something up here for you to see. And that is, let's see if we have this showing up. Let's see, let's resume the share. First of all, let's bring me full screen. Hey, everybody. I'm Ken Countess, and I'm in the Orlando, Florida area. We had a really good turnout. Thanks, everybody, for joining us. And by the way, we do live 30-minute webinars every single morning, 7 days a week. Go to our website. It's thecountessgroup.com. You can see that over my right shoulder, thecountessgroup.com, and go to the Seminars and Webinars tab. And there, you'll be able to see what we have coming up every day. We're doing these things live because I know how difficult it is right now for business owners, right? For just about everybody, business has really slowed down. And to help overcome that, I've offered these free webinars since last month. And the plan at this point, anyway, is to do them all the way through, at the very least, April 15th, free. We may wind up doing some paid events after that. So for the time being, take advantage. But here's this other offer I mentioned if you joined me way at the beginning of this event, and that is Keep Automation, which is among the best in the business. We're able to offer it to you for just a couple of days. That's all they allow. And you can only get it at this website. It's thecountessgroup.com, right? And then go to the Automate Your Marketing, Automate Your Business page. So if you're looking on screen, you'll see this is our website, thecountessgroup.com. And then we'll go over to the right. You see where the number 1 is. That's the Marketing Tools and Other Resources head menu. And then you do the drop down to where it says Marketing Tools. That's where the number 2 is. And then move over and move your mouse over, and the Automate Your Business tab or button will show up. Click that, and then you'll see the page you see on screen. Now, until April 7th only, you can get Keep Pro SE for $99 a month for 2,500 contacts and 2 users, but you get your first month free. That's amazing. I mean, truly free. So you go to that page, you can enter in your credit card info, your charge, and the system will show you your charge for the first month is 0. And play around with it. There's no contract. But what this does is it helps you follow up with your leads. And if you've been in business for any length of time, you know that following up with leads is difficult. So this automates the process for you. So you can stay in touch with your leads. You can do email campaigns. You can do the automation. So it will actually follow up for you. You can do invoicing. You could have people set up time on your calendar when you're available. And hey, best part about it, we'll show you what to do. We've got free help. So where else can you sign up for such a powerful all-in-one package and have it cost you nothing for the first month? Get free help and run your business. You know, these days, with so many of us having to work from home, it's a whole new environment for us. So let us make it easier for you. Let us teach you what to do. So I'm going to go ahead and look. I'll leave this up on screen. Once again, you go to thecountessgroup.com, go over to the Marketing Tools and Other Resources button, use the drop down. It'll reveal Marketing Tools. That's where the number 2 is showing up. And then slide your mouse over to number 3 where it says Automate Your Business. And that deal is good through April 7th. Okay, let's go ahead and see what we've got in the chat box and the Q&A box. And hey, by the way, thanks everybody for participating in the polls. That information really helps us out a lot. So we get to know a little bit more about what your needs are. That's the whole idea. And hey, for those of you who answer the poll that you are using automation, let's go ahead and pop this one up there for you. I'm not showing that that poll is showing up, but you can let me know in the chat box what automation you're using right now. All right, so let me go over to the Q&A and the chat. Let me pull those windows up and check this out. I don't see anything in the chat. Okay, so to make sure you're still with me, let me know what city you're joining me from. How's that? That'll be a good place to start. And for those of you who are watching on Facebook Live, these polls don't show up on your screen, but you can drop it into the comment or chat box and let me know what you thought of the webinar, and let me know where you're joining me from today and how we know each other. Okay, in the question box, Michael says, is there a handout link? Yeah, you saw it on screen, and we will also, you'll be able to get it in the replay. Michael asks, does Keep replace Constant Contact, or do you need both? You don't need to have both. No, Michael. Oh, and you're asking, is it countessgroup.com? No, It's thecountessgroup.com. Thecountessgroup.com. Or you can also go to marketyourbusiness.co. Marketyourbusiness.co, not .com. You're welcome. So Keep has more features than Constant Contact does. Constant Contact primarily is an email marketing tool. It's great. I use it all the time. Obviously, a lot of you who attended are on my Constant Contact mailing list. By the way, you're probably also on my Keep mailing list, but I use the two a little bit differently. Here's how I use them. Constant Contact I use for the campaigns that I run, the newsletters I send out every week with a lot of marketing information. And I use Keep for other things. I'm a partner of both. The way I use Keep is I use those for more sophisticated automation, as you saw in the video. I use it for invoicing. Primarily, I use it to have people schedule time on my calendar, because is there anybody there who wants to constantly go back and forth chasing down, okay, when are you available? When are you available? When are you available? Boy, is that unproductive. So what this allows you to do is send somebody a link and they can book time on your calendar at the date and time that work for them, but also they know it works for you because it's showing your availability. Also, the Keep mobile app is great too, available both on Android and iPhone, so you can take all of these features with you. So if you're out for a walk, you can access all of your information right there, right on the spot. All your contact info, you can set up meetings, you could run campaigns, a lot of stuff you could do. All right, so I hope that helps. What else do we have here? I think we've answered the questions. Nothing coming in yet on chat. Let me go over and look at Facebook Live and see if we've got anything coming in there. Nope, don't see anything there. Okay, well, that's awesome. So we've got everybody's questions answered. Hey, thanks so much for joining me today. 11:30 tomorrow morning Eastern Time. We're doing another live webinar for 30 minutes. And as I mentioned, we're doing them 7 days a week. So sign up to attend, and we provide replays for people who register for the event. So let's say you register, you've got full intention of attending, and life gets in the way and you missed. So we can send you a replay, a link to a replay, so you can watch the video in full. All right, so I think that'll do it for this event for now. Hey, thanks everybody. Let me move this window over here. Okay, I think we're good. So I don't see any other questions coming in. I want to say a special hello to Gosha, who's been to many of my events over the last couple of days. Hi, David. Let me move this window over here too. David and Jenny and Joanne and Michael and Terrence and Matthew. Hey, thanks everybody for being here once again. And we'd love to be able to talk to you too directly. Oh, we got one more coming in. What's that? Thanks for doing these seminars. Absolutely. You know, Michael, this is a time where we all have to work together. We're all going to get through this. And, you know, the more education that I can provide to help people do a better job of marketing their businesses, the better. I've been doing this a really, really, really long time. It's second nature to me. For a lot of people, marketing is something they're just not accustomed to doing. So I'm very, very glad that you're getting a lot out of it. And I'm very happy that that you're attending. And looks like we have something in the chat box. Let's see what that is. Very much appreciated, Ken. Thank you, Terrence. Great to have you here too. So once again, take advantage of that free offer on Keep. It doesn't get any better than free, does it? And you'll experience the power of automation, CRM, email marketing, scheduling, everything. Sign up and take advantage of it. It's really, really great stuff, okay? Hey, thanks again for joining me. I look forward to having you attend tomorrow morning. Bye for now.